Alright, so here we are with Devin, Fahey, who is a track and cross-country athlete for the University of Houston. Alright, Devin, so thanks so much for taking the time to this interview for us for our blog.
Yeah, no problem, man.
Alright, so we know the word around college athletics is athletes getting paid, and it certainly is a big topic around the world of college sports right now. So if you put this in factor, in choosing to play college sports, if given the choice compared to another school that is giving you the opportunity to play and also get paid, compared to a school that is, just offering you to play, but you know that school is giving you, everything you need, but at the end of the day, the other option, hey, they're giving you money.
Yeah.
How much of a factor would that have in your decision making?
It is big. Like it would be a much more difficult decision. I mean, like while I'm in a decent position financially, like a little bit more money never hurts. I picked my college based off kind of, I guess, the environment, the culture, the coach, the team that I want to be around. And I would like to be able to say that I would make my decision based off that, even if money is involved. But at the end of the day, like whatever pays the bills would come into factor. So I guess I would have to weigh out, like, how different is my experience at these schools really going to be. And if it's not that different, then yeah, I'm going to go with the school that's going to pay me more money.
All right, so then how often would you say athletics conflicts with your schedule as far as how much free time do you really get, being an athlete?
I think being an athlete in college is very similar to your schoolwork. Like maybe you don't have anything that you're like supposed to be doing. Like maybe you don't have like a workout right now. But there's always stuff you could be doing. You can always be in the training room doing stuff. You can always be like at home rolling out or doing a little bit of like recovery work, strength work. But like you also can really only spend, max 4 or 5 hours doing all of your athletic stuff. Then at that point, like there's nothing else to be doing. So then at that point, I almost enjoy focusing on school, just to take your mind off of running and athletics. So like, yeah, I still have a decent amount of free time, but I would say less than the non-athlete.
So if you had that free time with you right now, and you were getting paid to be an athlete, how would that, impact your free time? Knowing, hey, now I actually have some money on the side to at least enjoy some time. At least as that life of an athlete, even though what we're doing is really hard and everything, we're, essentially working our tails off representing our school.
Mm-hmm.
But now you're getting paid, so that money, would it impact your free time as well? How would you put it to use?
I would like to be able to say I would save all that money. But once you actually have that money in hand and you got some free time on your hands, it usually ends up in maybe some not so good things. I think for me, it would just end up in eating out a lot more. I think all that money would go straight to Chipotle, Freebirds, or Five Guys, something like that.
All right, so has there ever been a time where track has conflicted with your schoolwork, or you had to choose one over the other?
I've been fairly lucky in that, but I mean, yeah, there have been times when I got to do a whole week's worth of work in 3 or 4 days just so I don't have to worry about it at a meet later on. There have been a few times when I pretty much just have to avoid taking a class for this semester because it's too early in the morning, and I practice from 7 to 9, so I just have to push that class off to a later semester. And yeah, I've even had a few friends who have to miss meets because their teacher refuses to reschedule a test for them. So yeah, I mean, it can get tricky balancing your schoolwork, but I think as long as you're pretty preemptive about it, you mostly are okay.
All right, so we wrap it up. This is a question to kind of put you to the test here a bit. If you were a high school athlete right now, same offer here, you're coming to UH, UH made you a good offer, but then the recently passed law in California allows athletes in that state now to get paid. Let's say UCLA comes calling for you, and they offer you, knowing that you're going to get paid. Do you now all of a sudden, are you jumping over to California for obvious reasons, while also, you know, still doing what you love, or would UH still be that school for you? Do you think it's the right decision for you?
I mean, that's a hard question. I mean, if it's all things equal and California is going to offer me the same kind of scholarships that U of H is, yeah, I mean, I probably would. You know, if I can do what I love and get paid for it, that's an easy argument. I wouldn't see why you would. I don't think that law super applies to me though, because it's, you know, you make money based off your namesake and your likeness. Cross country runners don't get too much name for their likeness, so.
That is a good way to put it right there. But other than that, that's going to conclude it for us here. And thanks for your time, man. Best of luck to you this season.
Awesome.
No problem.